Hi guys, there are a couple of questions from section 2.3 homework. The first one is problem number 62. This is section 2.3. Problem number 62, okay? So, and then there was another one, but let's work on this one, see how long this one takes. I may put both of them in the same video if I have time. So the function is given to be g of x. For problem number 62, we're supposed to use the function g. So let me write down what g of x is given to be, which is negative x squared plus 4x plus 1. Okay, this is actually a good question because there is a very common mistake I see on these types of problem when we're dealing with the g of negative x, when there is a square involved, and some students do make a mistake, so I'm glad the student asked about this one. So in problem 62, you're asked to find g of negative x. I kind of think I know why students make that mistake, so I'll explain to you. Hopefully none of you make that mistake. So obviously, as you know, the way the functions work, whatever shows up inside the parentheses, that plays the role of your x. So anywhere you have x, you're going to replace it by that. Obviously, in this case, our x happened to be negative x, so we're going to replace. And remember, this negative is part of the problem, so you have no control over that one. It's just x itself is going to be replaced by negative x. So this is going to become negative of negative x squared plus 4 times negative x, and then plus 1. Really? So all we did was just basically replace all the x's with negative x, because that is what our x is in this case, okay? So the first term actually is the one that maybe it's the student who asked about this, the same problem happened to them, because the first term is where a lot of students make a mistake, or some students at least. So they do realize when you square the negative, it becomes positive. But what they forget is you also squaring the x, right? So sometimes they just put x instead of x squared, because even though the negative square become positive, but you still have to square the x. Now this negative, again, you have no control over that. That will still be there. So as you square negative x, of course, or if you want to work it out, just put negative x times negative x. You'll see, of course, that turns out to be just x squared. So that's what people forget, to square the x. So therefore, that's just going to become x squared. Again, this negative is that negative, so that was just already there. Negative x times 4 becomes negative 4x, and of course, plus 1. Okay, so there is the result of your g of negative x. Okay, let me actually go ahead and stop this one, because the next problem is a little longer. So together they may be too long to try to upload it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause on this one, and then I'll put both of them for you on your course content page. Okay, but right now, let me just stop this one.